Hello, my Marvel Snap enthusiasts, and welcome to another video. Snaps for everyone. Snap, 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 snap. Now, if you are new to Marvel Snap or have no idea what this is a mobile and computer-based TCG card game. Doesn't have any physical card game, but I would still consider it a TCG, where you basically take a bunch of Marvel characters, put them into a deck, and have fun snapping for some cubes. In this series, if you're new to it, we take a Marvel Snap deck and a best out of 7 to see how well we do. So we need 4 wins for success. Last time we were here, we looked at Destruction. Today we are looking at Hela Discard. Now, Discard is nothing new. There is Discard decks. I remember playing Discard in the very early days where it was more about discarding and getting off Apocalypse, because every time Apocalypse is actually discarded from your hand, he regenerates back to your hand with, I think, a 5+ power on him. So typically you would remove Apocalypse a bunch of times, give him a bunch of power, then you'd use Dracula at the end of the turn to then take Apocalypse. Apocalypse would regenerate again because of Dracula's effect, and then Dracula would just be this humongous monster. Now, of course, we have moved a little away from that because, again, Discard has evolved much more differently. Hela Discard was around the time the Apocalypse Discard is being played. I don't know which one's really better. Apocalypse is really high rolly because you need to start knocking him out of your hand with your guys so that you can, of course, get that high value turn for him. But overall, it's still, both decks I think are very, very strong. But we're looking at Hela Discard. We'll look at probably Apocalypse Discard at a later date and time. So let's look at Hela Discard. First up, we got Blade. He knocks out your rightmost card when played. We have 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐒. He will remove 2 cards from your hand, and they give you +1 power for each turn. Lady Sif will discard the highest cost character in your hand. Dracula at the end of the turn will discard 1 card out of your hand, and he claims that much power. Jubilee will grab the top card of your deck, and slap it down on the same column she's in. Before, Jubilee was just, she'd take a random card out for your deck. So just so you know, Marvel Snap has been through the ringer of eroding these cards to not make them overpowered for certain deck strategies. But yeah, Jubilee used to grab a random card. I think even Lockjaw, just if you're an old Marvel Snap player, would know that Lockjaw back in the day used to allow you to always spin guys back to your deck. Now it's only once. Ghost Rider could resurrect something that got discarded. Black Cat, if not played, will discard herself. Typically, we're never going to play Black Cat. We want to discard her. Hela, when played, will resurrect all your discarded cards onto the board. Magneto grabs all level 3-4 cost cards and moves them to that location. Giganto's just a big character, but typically, if you're going to play him normally, you can only play this at the leftmost location, so he's restricted in that, but we don't care for that. Infinite cannot be played, can only be played the turn you do not play. So, say it is turn 5, you must not play a card in turn 5 to play the Infinite. That's his rule. We're not really caring about that. And then, as you know, we're not really destroying anything here, so death's never going to get reduction. What we're doing here is that Hela, like I said, resurrect all cards you discarded to random locations. That's what we're doing. So we're using Blade, Corvus, Lady Sith, and then Dracula will actually trigger it trigger after Hela. But what we want is we're going to use these 3 to discard a bunch of cards like Lady Death, the Infinite, Giganto, Magneto, and then Black Cat discards herself. And all we want them to do is then Hela will resurrect them all to random locations. So this is a little bit of a randomness of getting these cards resurrected back onto a battlefield, but still, that's what the deck's strategy is about. This strategy is about milling a bunch of high guys out of your hand, and then having Hela just resurrect them into different locations and winning from there. Again, if you were going Apocalypse Discard, your Wing Condition more or less is discarding enough to get Apocalypse into this gigantic form, and then either playing Apocalypse or using Dracula to then burn Apocalypse again and then just giving Dracula being Dracula a big character. So that is the difference between where Apocalypse Discard is and Hela Discard is. Again, we'll look at Apocalypse Discard at a later date and time. I promise you that, because that is a unique strategy for Discard as well. So, without further ado, let's take Hela Discard into that best of 7 and see how well she does. Game 1. And we started off okay. We started off really well. Now, we need to be cautious. We have Hela already, but we also have Lady Sith in our hand, which also puts a pretty dangerous point on our head. If we lose Hela, this deck just automatically falls apart pretty quick, really fast too. Hela is the engine of this deck. If we are playing Apocalypse and we say that we discard Apocalypse by accident, we're not overly caring. Who cares? Apocalypse died. Okay, he resurrects back to our hand. Now, again, Lady Sith goes for the highest cost character in our hand. Discard the highest cost character in our hand. Now, we have six cost characters, so the possibility is they'll probably go for the Infinite, because the Infinite is a 20 cost, but again, it's going to go for one of these 3. So it is pretty much random. So if we do lose Hela, we will have to probably give up game 1. Oh no, okay, so we saved Hela, we're safe now, we're good. We got a lot of, let's see if we get lucky. So we'll go play Jubilee. Jubilee again will pull the top card of our deck. By the way, we are also getting Lady Death reduced costs as well, because our opponent is deciding to play Destruction right now. Okay, Lady Death's on the board now. Again, this is not bad either. Honestly, I think we're going to play this because there are some pretty high-cost characters right now in our hand that we could do some stuff with. Like, if he hits like an Infinite, that's a pretty strong hit there. I mean, heck, we can go Magneto on our next turn over here, just pull all this stuff over. We could do that, because I think, honestly, I also like the fact we get to know what we discarded. So we got rid of Giganto and stuff. Our opponent has decided he wants to snap us. How dare he snap us? All right, well, we'll put Hela down. We have Black Cat, we have Giganto. So we have 2 big characters coming down. We're going to win either way. All right, well, we decided to take the rock. Great job, Dracula. Bite that rock. But game 1 goes to us. We didn't really show off the power of this deck, where you could get like almost all your guys discarded. But still, doesn't matter. We won in the end. But we were very close to having to do the retreat because of losing Hela to Lady Sith. All right, on to game number 2. All right, for game number 2, we got Blade, Black Cat, and Dracula start off with. Wakanda is pretty annoying because of the way it works. Let's see. Dracula gets rid of the rightmost card, which right now would be Ghost Rider. Honestly, I don't want to discard Ghost Rider, so we'll pass from here. We lose Black Cat, which is what we already want to do. And now, if this had been like a 6-cost character here, then yeah, I would have played Dracula, let Dracula kill off the 6-cost character. We can get another copy of Blade into our hand. That does remove Jubilee. You know what? We do get a copy of Blade. So why don't we knock out Jubilee? We get a copy of Blade. That way we can use Blade again. Yes, because I definitely care for the fact of destruction. I mean, we really don't care about armor or anything like that. This is honestly just all, here's a blah for us. But anyways, we're going to put down another Blade. Again, the cloning bat is very nice because the fact of the matter is we could just keep cloning these blades and continually to knock out this sector. The Lizard and Titania. That removes that. We'll get another Blade. We got Lady Death now. We still haven't seen, we'll put another Blade down in Cloning Bat, but we still haven't seen Hela yet. We got 5 cards left in deck. Ultima is actually pretty good under armor. If you have another card here, if you have any other card, he actually will kill himself. Also, let's do that. I know it seems dumb. This could grab anything. Magneto could be a chance to grab it. But anyways, what's real nice is that Ultima is pretty much a really good card. We grab Black Cat, alright. I mean, that's not horrible. We get rid of Lady Sif here. I would really hope we get Hela. Ask and you shall receive Hela. Well, I love the fact that before, by the way, you never could actually see what you originally discarded. You actually kind of had to keep track of it yourself. You didn't know what you destroyed or discarded originally when the game dropped. I like the fact now that you actually can see what you discarded. So Titania is actually pretty fun of a card. Any card that's actually plays in her column, she will flip back and forth. Now she won't do it anymore. No, wait, she does. It's on non-reveal card. The problem now is that Cosmo just screwed me over. We only won one location there, but Cosmo is an ongoing effect that he just turns off all on-reveal effects. So, unfortunately, Hela going here was not successful. Sucks, but that's the way the game goes. Game 2 goes to our opponent. On to Game 3. Alright, we're starting off with Death, Black Cat, and the Infinite. So far, nothing really to get moving. Again, nothing really concerned. If we could see Corvus, that'd be pretty nice, because then I could discard 2 of our characters right now, and then we get +1 power per turn, which would be pretty fun. We just got ourselves another Ghost Rider. This is very interesting, this Time Theater. For certain decks, this is a very, very strong card. For us right now, it's not great. Let's resurrect the Black Cat, all honesty. We'll resurrect it. We'll also get a +2 power, +3 power now and move. Forge gives him a +2 power. Alright, so we are playing Move. It might be Vulture Move, where Vulture is the more powerhoused card. Interesting you wouldn't put Vulture over an Atmaze. Ugh, we do not have... We may actually... The one problem I have thought about this deck is the fact of the matter is that we are kind of out on... if you don't see any of your discarders, you kind of struggle with this deck. As you can see, we don't have any, like, discard cards just yet. I mean... Blade's a discard. It's not a great discard. We could just literally just put down the Infinite. We could literally just put down an Infinite. Oh wait, I just remembered. We lose Hela because she's the rightmost card when we put down Blade. I guess we'll do this. I mean, we could still do Blade. Don't get me wrong. We still do Blade and all that. How are you moving it? You to see me. I do like he's got a little voice line too. So let's see. We could still go Blade. Blade discards Jubilee. I mean, you could still do that. Because then... Yeah, because if we go... No, we need to go Blade first, so Blade discards. Discards Jubilee, then Hela resurrects Jubilee to a random location, and then we'll kind of see what Jubilee has. I honestly don't know how he's winning, though. That's the thing. I'm not going to snap here because I'm not confident. Because I honestly need Jubilee to resurrect in Illyrium. Alright, well, we resurrected there. I can't do anything with it. Well, we're going to win by the fact of the matter we won these 2 lanes. Alright, well, Game 3 went to us. We didn't really discard anything, but still, we won. I mean, like I said, we are playing Matt's big characters. Elysium did help us with the bidding to bringing out, like, the Infinite here. But, alright, on to game number 4. Game 4. And we open up a card we have not yet seen. Ooh, Shuri's Lab is really good. It won't be so good for our deck because we're not really going to be playing all 6-cost characters. Okay, so we got Hela now. Now we need to be cautious. 𝐒𝐓𝐃𝐄𝐒 discards 2 cards. So he can discard any random 2. So there is a chance he goes after Hela, which could be dangerous. Again, if we lose Hela, now again, we do have ways to like protect that through like. Okay, so he's going to get rid of Lady Sif there. I don't mind that. I would kind of like Lady Sith, but
Williams.
Okay, we already got we already got a Hela on the board. That is hilarious that X Mansion released a Hela for us. Hilarious. Oh, that's incredible. Game 4 goes to us because I snapped here because I'm like, I don't know how our opponent's winning this state because I'm just going to. We still got a discard death, and I have another Hela to play. I mean, I was going to go Jubilee and see what we discard. My greatest fear would be if we summon up Blade. I don't know what the next card would be, but who cares? We won game 4. So we have 3 games right now, won. So we need 1 more. Let's go to game 5. All right, here we start off with, I mean, it's okay. Magneto, Dracula, Ghost Rider, Jubilee. Nothing like crazy right now. But who knows? Maybe we'll get something interesting here. So we got Pet Mansion. That's pretty much over. Wakanda. Ooh, Corvus is not going to be that bad of a card in our hand right now. Now Ghost Rider. Now if he pitches Ghost Rider, there's nothing really we could do about it. I mean, honestly, if he pitches Jubilee or anything like that. So again, if we get this win, we've won 4 out of the 7, and we've gotten the games. Clintar is pretty nice because everything gets turned into a symbiote, so there is some pretty interesting things you can do with it. So we got the collector here. Alright, so we got Hela now. Let's see what Pet Mansion gives us. Or no, what, Now there's Apocalypse. Okay, so he's playing Apocalypse, and what you do in this deck is you use a collector, because every time Apocalypse Hey. Well, that's not good. Oops. But yeah, what you do with the collector here is typically every time Apocalypse is destroyed, he will generate. Let's see, if I do this, you get a 4, you'd be a 4, 4, 8, 10. Might just be worth playing. Well, no, because then you just get. Oh, I don't think we're winning game 5. I think we're having to go to game 6 here. We might. Or Apocalypse went over there, apparently. Oh, Magneto even speaks now. I didn't realize that. Well, hell cow, that's a win for us. That is going to be oh no, we get a plus. We get it. I thought we just get the power. Well, I was not expecting it, but we've gone in game 5. Oh no, it gains that power. So it gains plus. It already starts with 1, and then it's going to gain that power. So we won by the fact we were up by 1 point. But after that, we got all 4 games. In 5 games, we won 4 of them, lost 1. And not mentioned, we showed that this deck is pretty powerful even without Hela. It's not great because Hela's the whole name of the game, but still, not bad. Well, there we are, folks. Hela Discard. We got the game. We got the series. It took 5 games. We took game 1, game 3, game 4, and game 5. We only lost to game 2. But still, a lot of fun. We didn't really get to see like this deck pop extremely off, but we did pop off. We literally did see Hela do what it's supposed to do. We discard the high cast characters. They get generated in locations, and then our opponent struggles to try to max out that place's location. And for a lot of decks, that's pretty hard, especially with the Infinite being 20. Giganto being 14, Magneto moving stuff around. So, I mean, yeah, it's not strong. I think, in my personal opinion, I still like the Apocalypse version of this card a little bit better because there are ways to make Apocalypse humongous that it's hard to out. Even then, like putting a single Dracula in a single lane and forcing your opponent to have to put a bunch of guys there to try to win that lane while playing all your other discarders around in other places is not actually that bad. I mean, and here Dracula doesn't do much because, again, he's not always going to be able to even be triggerable. He may not even grab a high-cost character, so... And the state of the games like we had for Game 5, where we used him to get rid of Lady Death, or Death, and then he got that plus 12 on him, made him 13. In that case, he's actually good if we do lose the Hela. But this deck does revolve around a Hela, so a lot of times losing her is almost completely detrimental to you, and you'll just have to probably give up that game, especially if you're on a back foot of losing in locations. But I want you to let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on Hela Discard. Do you like Hela Discard, or do you think the Apocalypse Discard is the better discard deck? Let me know that down in the comments, and let me know what I could have improved in the gameplay. Let me know how you would have improved this deck. Let me know all of that down in the comments as well. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you're notified when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Modern Dragons TCG.